Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Frametric podcast. Today we're talking about why vertical platforms need vertical analytics. Because horizontal business intelligence assumes clean warehouses and technical users. And vertical platforms live in a very different reality. Let's start with the horizontal BI assumption. Most business intelligence tools are built for a specific context. A central data warehouse, model tables, dimensional schemas, and a team of analysts who understand SQL. That works well for large enterprises with mature data operations. But it breaks down for vertical platforms. Vertical platforms operate differently. They run on operational data, not warehouse tables. They serve domain experts, not data analysts. And they need analytics that understands the business model, not just generic charts. So what makes vertical platforms different? Vertical platforms are purpose-built software for specific industries or business models. Fundraising platforms for nonprofits, practice management systems for healthcare, property management software, membership platforms, booking systems. And that leads to a very different data problem. First, the data is operational, not analytical. It lives in transactional tables designed for operations, not reporting. Second, domain complexity is embedded. Business logic is baked into the application. What counts as active? Which transactions are in scope? Third, constant change. Schemas evolve as features ship. Definitions shift as the business grows. This is schema drift at the application level. And fourth, many-to-many relationships everywhere. Donors give to multiple campaigns. Patients see multiple providers. Clean dimensional models are rare. This isn't bad data. It's operational data. And operational data does not fit the horizontal BI playbook. There's also a user problem. Vertical platforms serve domain experts, not data teams. A fundraising director doesn't write SQL. A practice manager doesn't model star schemas. They need answers to business questions. Why did retention drop? Which campaigns are underperforming? Are we on track? Horizontal BI expects technical intermediaries. Vertical platforms can't rely on that model. This is where natural language query becomes essential. And then there's the hardest problem of all, the semantic gap. Horizontal BI treats metrics as generic calculations. But in vertical platforms, metrics have domain meaning. In fundraising, income might mean donations only, or include grants, or exclude restricted funds. In healthcare, patient visits might count consultations, or procedures, or exclude telehealth. In property management, occupancy could mean leased units, occupied units, or exclude short-term lets. Horizontal BI can't encode this knowledge. Vertical analytics needs to embed domain logic so the system knows what the question means. This is why metric definitions matter so much. And this matters even more now. AI makes the semantic gap more dangerous. The model guesses the definition. It generates plausible SQL. It returns an answer that looks right. That's hallucination in practice. This is why vertical platforms need governed semantic layers. Not as a nice-to-have, but as the foundation that stops AI from confidently returning the wrong answer. So what does vertical analytics actually look like? First, domain-aware semantics. The system knows what active means, what income includes, what retention measures.
Second,
Investigation by default. Answers come with evidence. Drill downs are suggested. Users can verify without needing SQL. Third, designed for operators. The interface assumes domain knowledge, not technical skill. And fourth, built for operational data. Messy joins, many-to-many relationships, and data quality challenges are handled by the system, not pushed onto the user. This creates a real opportunity. AI changes the economics. It makes it possible to deliver governed, decision-grade analytics without analyst intervention for every question. Smaller organizations without data teams get access to capabilities they could never afford. Larger organizations with constrained teams get leverage. Domain experts across industries get autonomy. This isn't replacing data teams. It's freeing them to do higher-value work while democratizing access to trustworthy answers. And this is the shift we're seeing. Horizontal BI optimizes for flexibility. Vertical analytics optimizes for understanding. It knows the domain, it embeds the logic, and it delivers answers users can trust. Both have a place, but vertical platforms need vertical analytics. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening to the Frametric podcast. If you found this useful, follow the show, and feel free to share it with someone building vertical software who's struggling to make analytics actually work for their users.